from the Gnar. Jace as the answer here to Philip. I do feel like this is a pretty skill-based matchup. We'll see if Philip is going to be able to make any sort of an advantage happen in the early stages. Generally, if you can't bully out the Gnar early, Gnar gets early tabbies, Gnar starts to really kind of stabilize, and it's just fine even going down a little bit of farm and kind of potentially being more useful elsewhere on the map. But this is interesting. You know, neither team with like really traditional forms of hard engage. Like, yeah, sure, there's the Wukong that can go in, but there's not necessarily the most volatile besides potentially the Yuumi. There's like a Flash Sona ultimate or a Flash Bear Slap or something. But both teams are pretty reliant on playing heal. So not TP. They have double heal on this side. And over on the other side, it is, you know, the more aggressive options. Cleanse for Johnson, but Ignite, Exhaust for Afro, and Ignite for Toucouille. So looking more to go straight at him.
Alrighty, here we go. Game number 5 of the day. Let's rock and roll. Let's see if CLG can go up to a 4-0 start here in summer, or if it's FlyQuest who's going to tie their own record up and put CLG their first loss. And of course, it's always Tukey time.
That's the secret. It's always Tukey
That's my
time.
secret, Captain. It's always Tukey time.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's really fun, right? You know, I think if there's a ton of action going on, it could be too hectic to be watching all the lanes at once. But it's kind of pick your choice. You know, it's like it's Neapolitan ice cream that's like the 3 flavors, right?
Yeah.
And you can kind of choose. You know, do you want some vanilla, a little strawberry, maybe some chocolate ice cream? You like top lane, mid, bot,
Or you do what I always did.
Udyr clearing jungle.
Oh, nice little charm coming out here from Toucouille. No, the thing that I always like to do, you just get a big spoon and you eat all 3 every bite.
See, what would always happen in my house growing up is that people just liked, everyone in my house liked chocolate the most. So there would just be like 1/3 of it is just gone.
So why are you guys not just buying chocolate ice cream?
That's what I was saying. But I would always be like, well, but maybe someone would want a different flavor.
It sounds like you guys lost in draft, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know what this is.
Yeah, it happens. You know, it happens.
Well, we don't have any action thus far here, but Contract's going to walk over a ward. So
you.
Johnson and Afro. Hey, I'm just trying to help you guys out here.
Look at that man in the bear costume.
Oh, yeah, I forgot you're a big Pajama Udyr stan, aren't you?
Was that not impressive?
Pajama Udyr?
The confidence it takes to be an Udyr, walking around in a turtle onesie.
Just a man in his pajamas. In this world with all this lore of like gods and samurais and fox girls and stinky rats, he's a man in his pajamas.
Yeah, just a man in his pajamas, just living life. He's got to fight against like galaxy-sized dragons and stuff, and just got Joe from town who bought some onesies and just got out there.
4 onesies.
Bought 4 onesies.
That's a lot of onesies.
How does he change between them that fast is my real question.
It's like one of those magician things where you see him like do the trick where they change their clothes on stage because it's 2 different clothes, but now Luger, he's in danger! There's your contaminate for the first blood!
Nicely done. Johnson and Afro getting the early kill here on the CLG bot lane. Luger and Poom struggled a lot in their Sivir game in the 3rd game of the week last time. Adaptive, so it is a significant amount later on in the game. Dokla, nice trade here.
Oh, Dokla is just messing Philip up here. Good usage of the Mega Gnar to slam him into the wall, take him down to only a sliver of the health bar. This should make it pretty easy for Dokla to get this shoved in without FlyQuest's top laner being able to do much about it. Contracts running up towards mid lane. Considering he steps on a control ward, there's not much of a play to find. Toucouille's movements lets him know.
Out to spawn here. Jose's in the area, and Toucouille's coming down, but it is CLG's bot lane moving first.
Here comes Palafox riding the wall, getting on in there. Jose Diodo, he leaves the clone behind. He flashes away, so the seismic shove isn't able to bring him on back. Toucouille still looking for the angle. His Contract's going to be eating some damage coming out from Johnson. Contracts is down, and FlyQuest looks for more. Poom and Luger stuck in the river with no way home. Toucouille gets another, and FlyQuest are making CLG look bad.
FlyQuest crushed them. They even get the scuttle. They're doing the dragon at the same time. 3 kills to 0 on the bottom side, massively ahead off of that play. CLG trying to fight for that scuttle, thought they had the positioning to do so, but FlyQuest just straight up outmatch them in that skirmish on the bottom side, and massively ahead now here. Could potentially even take a plate, but probably just going to take a quick reset here. Afro will in fact stick around. Boom, just really well played. You know, the Udyr just not that tanky early on in the game. Didn't have a lot of health or anything bought up, so they just straight up focus Contracts down.
Pretty costly mistake here for CLG, who find themselves down 2,000 gold 8 minutes into the game. They're looking at the Rift Herald as an avenue to maybe bring some of that back. But now the Yuumi is attached to Jose Diodo. We already saw the Wukong just keeping Palafox out of joining back up with the rest of that fight on the back end of things previously. And I'm curious what they can do now that they've got a little bit more available to go here with that Yuumi. Palafox not going to get nothing with a seismic shove. Jose Diodo goes in, finds the first knockup, but he's still going to be blown up. Boom! Grabbing the kill on
Johnson's
that
coming,
one.
though.
Aphromoo is just a loot pinata now, and CLG gets 2.
Yeah, FlyQuest just, it felt like they went way too early. You know, Johnson wasn't there just yet, and Jose just tried to kind of shove his way in. Does end up getting taken down there pretty quickly. Had to use the clone early to actually dodge the seismic shove from Palafox, and then tried to very boldly just walk through regardless. Gets punished for it, giving a couple kills back, and the Herald goes CLG's way, so going to be able to even this out quite a lot. Able to, as CLG were ready to scrap.
Philip jumping in on Dokla here, who does manage to get the hyper proc as the boomerang hit Philip on the way back, so kite that one out, stay alive just fine, no real worries here. One thing that I am a bit surprised is you can see the plated steel caps for Dokla, but no shoes of any kind for Philip so far up here in the top lane.
Yeah, because it is more range versus range, I think this is okay. I think Tabby's is really strong, especially when it is against Wukong. We'll see if he can proc phase rush and get out.
Contract said nope, just slaps it.
Yeah, I mean, he should have just flashed early, but back to one side.
Oh boy, Luger just getting locked down there by the Yuumi ultimate, but they're ready to fight back. Johnson tries to get away, but Luger stays alive and outplays him. Now back in mid, we still aren't done. Palafox gets caught out. There are bodies hitting the floor all over Summoner's Rift, is it?
Everywhere, it's getting crazy. FlyQuest bottom lane there. Tried to go aggressive for the all-in, but this time the barrier, the heal, the ulti from the Sona, enough to turn things around. CLG was just down 2.2k. Just like that, they get a kill on top side. They get kills on bot side. Yes, they lose a kill mid, but they take a full tower top, and they're 1,500 ahead here. But that's a gank that Philip should not have died to. I mean, he has the flash available. It is not a flash Udyr. When he gets in range, you either have to have the E buffer to knock him away from melee form ahead in that 2v2. But their hubris is punished. We'll see if they can play for this dragon. They do have the early dragon. That's the only advantage remaining to them, is that they are up one dragon. CLG not moving very quickly towards it, so it looks like they will just give this one up. And FlyQuest will move out to a 2-dragon lead here, but look at Dokla all the way to the tier 2, pushing, not worried about this whatsoever because he knows Jose is on the dragon. There's no one coming for me.
Yeah. There's a little bit of a farm advantage there for Philip, so he's not like falling behind to bring FlyQuest back into this.
Yeah, and we'll see if he's going to be able to do it. I'm also interested to see if he's going to go more that kind of defensive build. They're looking for an all-in on bot side. Here
Boom
goes
gets
Koi.
locked down, flash into the charm, and the shutdown goes over to Johnson this time. Nice use of the Everfrost for a root after the fact, but it's almost punished as he got stuck underneath that turret there a little bit. Luger is low, Koi being healed up by Aphromoo, but right there is what I'm talking about. Move Ahri around and make plays.
Yeah, that was really nicely done. Jose, though, he doesn't realize he's been spotted here. He's going to have to W over the wall.
Hey, Wukong changes.
Yeah.
Coming in clutch.
Those are big. Koi, though, really nice aggressive play. I mean, he was spotted on the ward, knew he was spotted on the ward, but our flash charm, really, really big. Dokla just going to solo up Herald on top side. Very rare to see that in a pro game.
Almost never happens.
That no junglers are actually involved in the taking of the Herald, and Dokla actually gets to have that fast recall for himself here. It'll be interesting to see if he tries to push towards tier 2 and take that gold on the other side, but still well played by FlyQuest, getting something back.
And honestly, in this era where we're having slower early games, this one's been pretty violent back and forth so far. 11 kills in 16
He's
minutes.
gonna get this full tower too.
Yeah, Dokla's about to cash in on that, especially with the Demolish proc. That will guarantee it. Philip has no way to stop that, so there comes your charge.
600.
Doesn't look like Dokla wants to stick around to try to let this Herald get a second charge off onto the tier 3 there. That is just too risky. But a tier 2 down at 16 minutes feels great for CLG.
And it's 600 style of build.
Oh yeah, especially
so
against 380 champions.
Yeah.
It feels great, right? The Frozen Heart, just the amount of mana so you can spam. Down here in bottom lane, it's Poom in trouble again. It's Poom rooted up again. It's Poom dead again to FlyQuest.
And that is the danger of playing some of these enchanters. You can get punished so heavily here. You know, did use the flash, did use the ulti, dies anyway. They commit the teleport down from Philip, but it's fine because Dragon is spawning. So it's 3 straight dragons here. That is becoming a concern now for CLG, especially, you know, giving over Ocean Soul is really going to help, you know, with the sustain there. Going to make it very difficult. Unless you can actually just like burst someone down 100-0 style.
Yep.
You won't really be able to threaten them.
22.45. That's around. Try to buy it in the shop. I have no idea, but I seem like I know what I'm talking about now, and that's all that matters.
That's half the battle. Right?
That's half the battle. We do have an Oblivion Orb on Aphromoo. I like the fact that we're getting a little Grievous in here because you're up against a Sona, you're up against a Zeri that's already got Immortal Shield Bow for some lifesteal. Shutting some of that down, very important.
And the Chemtech Future Fire, I just think it's really effective. Being able to actually apply it very easily to the people that you're riding on.
Back into his little baby form so that you're able to get away.
I wonder, with this extra longsword on top of the Executioners, if he's actually going to go for the Chempunk Chainsword, because that has gotten really effective.
So cost effective.
Yep. Energy is that the ulti from Taliyah that can actually set up terrain for Dokla.
Well, we've got a little bit of synergy here with Josedeodo just going in, Beyblading all over Dokla. He face checks the brush and he pays for it.
Yeah, loses his flash too. And Jose can just W over the wall, so it doesn't even cost him his flash, just the ulti and the ignite. And that is actually a really big deal because that means Dokla, even if he does find that flank, will not have the flash for a Gnar ulti here at that next dragon fight. CLG, though, moving up towards topside, trying to defend this turret, trying to maintain their slim gold lead here at this point. Mindset shift and some real restraint to actually, kind of hold on to those summoners in those situations.
Because it's counterintuitive to traditional thinking, right? It's an entire theory conversation as Josedeodo, again, gonna find Dokla. This time, at least, he's in mega form, so he's a little tankier as they try to make these moves. Palafox coming in, wants to help his top laner. Seismic Shove, not going to hit the target. Dokla getting away with 1/3 HP. CLG's coming down, trying to collapse on these guys. Josedeodo wants to be able to get away. He's at 40%, tries to stop and fight it. Johnson looking to get out now, too. The ulti from the Yuumi tries to keep him alive, but FlyQuest loses their AD carry. Josedeodo barely gets away with about 100 HP. Chakoi trying to escape now with a flash out to get himself and Aphromoo out of the maw of CLG, who have fought FlyQuest away, and despite not having that Gnar flash we were talking about earlier, they managed to get themselves out of danger. FlyQuest got too aggro, and CLG had the good punish that should earn them this Drake.
Yeah, FlyQuest way overcommitted on that kill onto Dokla. They had the setup around the dragon. They could have actually just looked to play for it. Dokla's Mega Gnar was...
It feels bad, too, because that was their decision. It's not like CLG made them play it that way. They chose to go after Dokla. They chose to not mag dump and try to just kill the Gnar immediately, and they got punished for it.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, I think, when you see him in Mega, and it's 20 seconds to kill Dragon, that's going to expire, and he's going to be on the exhausted passive, so he can't actually proc it again. So I think they should have just played straight for the Dragon. Great response from CLG. Palafox able to have a really good cross map. Now they engage, though.
FlyQuest going right back in it to win it. The CC is there, and Luger is gone. Shields and heals be damned. The Zeri dies to the burst. Exactly what FlyQuest was looking for.
Yeah, that was really good. The Ignite comes out. All the ultis getting layered there. Johnson, Afro, Jose, no hesitation this time, as they knew they have to be able to burst down Luger. Looking for a little bit of a re-engage there, as Dokla's kind of hovering on the side here, but doesn't have his Mega ready.
No bar. No Gnar bar charged up to go. Josedeodo taking some damage as he tries to work his way out of this one.
And this actually is something that they were able to get a win off of last week, where their opponents just kind of lost track of the fact that they could be on it.
Yeah.
FlyQuest doesn't know.
FlyQuest
They're just going to get a free
no
Baron.
idea what's going on right now. CLG just cleanly and quietly taking the Baron. Okay, finally, they're going to spy it out here with a Scryer's trying to get Josedeodo. He goes over the wall. He looks for the steal, but he finds nothing but a face full of bullets from Luger. CLG, awesome Baron sneak.
Able to get that, and I think they even got a shutdown on Jose, plus his flash and his ulti. So insult to injury means FlyQuest may not even be able to fight for this next.
To take a doomed fight for this Drake, if that's their only option. 10 seconds coming up, and it looks like FlyQuest is willing to surrender that one.
Yeah, I think they have to. I mean, they also have just zero vision. Like, where are their wards? There's one place on the other side from Philip, but this entire section of the map is completely choked out. They have one little line of vision there. That's about all they have.
Very much.
Not much of anything. So even with them giving this up, they can't even shove out their side lanes, really, because they don't have the vision to do so. So CLG running the map now. Ian can really threaten there. Dokla in trouble.
Okay, Dokla getting caught out here. Yuumi ulti gets the root, and it's Aphromoo getting paid. Nice catch, but it will cost them the tier 2 turret there in the bottom lane where the rest of CLG is located.
But Philip can push on the other side. Oh, he's actually going to TP back. Wow, that is surprising. They're going to try to go for a 5v4. They think CLG has overextended, but CLG can just walk it out. I think Philip should have just kept pushing for the tier 2.
Jose Diodo has no ultimate for this. Tukoi has no ultimate for this. Aphromoo has no ultimate for this. Even if you're 5v4, you don't have your greatest team fighting tools. And CLG, 4v5, are still pushing forward, looking for that inhib. FlyQuest, yeah, it feels like they're stumbling around a little bit here. Firing off that W to the ruins of the turret, looking for that bigger AoE, that greater amount of damage. CLG, 4v5, takes inhib.
Yeah, I mean, I think it would be totally fine to actually lose that inhib, so I way would have rather if Philip actually just pushed in. He would have gotten guaranteed the tier 2, and maybe even the tier 3. I think he probably inactive with the Taliyah. You know, there was the one ulti to kind of save Dokla down in bot lane when they overcommitted. But that's about the only ulti he's really kind of moved around with.
Well, they're going in again, looking for picks on the side of FlyQuest. Contract's very tanky, will not be bursted down here today. Now you got Palafox looking to ride the wall in and look for some playmaking of his own as Jose Diodo pushed back by the seismic shove and taken out. Aphromoo able to get away, attach himself to Tukoi, not go down with the jungler there, but nice pick coming out for CLG, gives him 5v4 for the next 30 seconds.
Yeah, I like FlyQuest trying to make a move, but Contracts is not the guy to go for. He's pure tank, even as a force of nature, so not taking much damage from Tukoi either at this point. And with the Sona behind him, unless you have overwhelming damage, like all 5 members, that guy is just not going to die. He is very, very durable. So now, pushing in here without Jose, they could try to threaten for this inhib. You can see Dokla moving up towards top to try to push that out. FlyQuest have okay wave clear. Johnson looking.
Yeah, Johnson has opened up with the ulti. It'll be enough to scare him away, but CLG, they'll keep shoving this out. They're going to clear out that last little wave of minions. Now they're pulling back. 1 minute until Baron. FlyQuest painfully aware of where CLG is now after having that first one snuck away from
going Baron. They're just going to try to rush it again.
FlyQuest. This happened once. Fellas. Okay. All right.
It was on a ward, so they saw it.
They know what's going on now. Jose Diodo face checking Palafox there. Gonna get stunned a little bit, but now he goes in after the CLG mid laner. Dokla tries to jump over the wall, but he's killed before he's able to transform. Johnson and Tukoi want to get away. Johnson taken out of the picture is beautiful for CLG. Jose Diodo tries to run, but Luger is chasing him down. Double kill over to Palafox. Yes, they lose Dokla, but yes, they kill 3.
Yeah, they killed Dokla, but Philip wasn't even there. Philip arrived after the fight was already over, so yes, it is that initial pick, but you spend everything to get that initial pick, and the remaining CLG4 very, very strong. Philip will actually pick up this dragon, but CLG is just going to look to end here. Philip's got to get back to base.
Yeah,
he's going to be very late back to base.
Yeah, the dragon, he's killing it now. Remember, they don't have a Baron or anything, so he's got the full recall timer, and CLG, they're just going in, looking for Nexus turrets. First one about to drop here, a little bit more damage will get it done. There it goes. Minion wave just now cleared out. CLG finally has to walk away. They'll put the damage into this tier 3 turret, but not quite enough to take that down too. They didn't get the Baron, but they got a really good consolation prize.
Yeah, that can put Twitch over the edge, where you get to that point where you really can find those very quick kills on some of these squishy members, because you have the Hurricane. If you can find the angle to really hit multiple members in the back line. But he's spotted on that ward. And they can actually set a trap for him here. They know that he just went in stealth on that ward. The vision was toggled, but right where Philip is, there's actually a vision ward.
CLG still grouped up, still looking. Contracts stuns up the enemy AD carry, but is it enough? Contracts having to get away now. Jose Diodo going to be taken low, but his Contracts taken down. FlyQuest damage reigns supreme. Philip continues to chase as Dokla flashes away. FlyQuest don't lose anybody. They take down 2, but it's CLG minions in the enemy base as well.
Yeah, Philip's got to go back, so they're trying to defend him on the base, and then they can go to Baron. Jose, that was so smart!
Nicely done.
But now they just run down mid. We'll actually see, will they commit to this? Are they actually going to go for this completely? Palafox and Puma are moving down mid to try to threaten that last inhibitor tower here. Philip will defend. The Nexus tower is going to be okay. We can see them sending some members back. Johnson and Jose will finish this off. So good resource allocation here from FlyQuest. And that charm from Tukoi, potentially game-changing, caught Luger with the quite a lot of damage, but Johnson really, really strong at this point. Closing in even on the LDR gold, so we'll see if they want to try to fight before that, or if they're going to try to hold out.
Well, we have 30 seconds until the Elder Drake spawns. Dokla has the Narbar charge now. Palafox went for the wall to see if they were able to cut anybody off, but it did not work. FlyQuest stays together, they disengage.
But again, where's the vision, right? They've completely been choked out of this area of the map. This is what it's going to be about. This whole area there you know, with the Elder spawning on that side, can they actually get in? They're trying to get control of the mid lane here. They're going to look for the engage!
Halsey the Odo goes in. He started it off here for the side of FlyQuest, and Contracts is already dead. They're going to look for more. Doku's going to be taken down. Double kill back over to Johnson. It's Tookie time! FlyQuest, 5 for nothing.
FlyQuest wipe them off the map 40 minutes in. A 5-for-0 clean ace. What a dominant fight. And look at that damage out of the Twitch. 7,800 in one fight for Johnson. Absolutely erases CLG.
Jose Diodo sets him up, and Johnson knocks him down. FlyQuest ends the CLG winning streak and ties their own record 2-2.
Damn, what a back and forth game in this one. FlyQuest getting way ahead early. Now CLG pulling back, getting that Baron. FlyQuest, though, in the end, the Twitch hits his items.